It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
Do you want another Roth question? How do you feel about that?
I love Roth. Let's do it.
All right, let's do another Roth question. This is from TKG Group. When should after-tax contributions into a traditional IRA be converted into a Roth? The same year as the contribution during retirement or at another time? And can the growth be converted to tax-free?
All right, so I'm gonna restate this because I want to make sure I got it. So
there's a lot of questions in one.
when here's the big question: when should traditional IRA assets be converted to Roth? Should it happen this year?
That was the main
should it happen
first
to
question.
retirement? Great. All right. So one of the things that we can do, all of us can do, this actually is a law that changed back in 2010. Back in 2010, if you made over $100,000, you couldn't do any Roth conversions at all. So this whole Roth conversion thing is relatively new in the last decade-ish to be opened up for everyone, right? So anyone can convert Roth IRA, convert traditional dollars into Roth. The question is, does it make sense, right? Because if you convert traditional dollars and those traditional dollars are pre-tax, when you convert, it's going to be a taxable event. And so if you're someone in a high tax bracket, it might not make sense. So to answer, what was his name?
TKG Group.
TKG. Oh, that sounds like, that's fancy. To answer his question, so TKG, when it makes sense to convert your traditional dollars depends really on what you are trying to do. If you're someone who's participating in like an annual, what we affectionately call the backdoor Roth strategy, where you do a non-deductible traditional IRA contribution, so you don't get a tax deduction, that money doesn't go in pre-tax, and you think, okay, well, you know, I'd really like to convert those dollars to Roth, so I'm going to convert that $6,000 to Roth. That's probably something that makes sense to do in this present year because it's not going to be a taxable event, assuming you don't have other outside IRA assets. That gets a little nuanced. Make sure you understand the rules around Roth conversions. But if you're someone who maybe you are in a higher tax bracket, you're like, man, I've got this pre-tax money that I really want to think about converting, and I really want my Roth money because I know the earlier I convert to Roth, the longer it has to grow. While that's true, you have to think about the tax cost in the year that you convert. So what we do for a lot of folks is, even if you are building after-tax basis inside of your IRAs, but you don't have a mechanism to sort of chisel off all the pre-tax stuff to make it non-taxable, we have a lot of folks who say, hey, let's build this basis, and then when you retire or in the year after you retire, then we'll start looking at conversions because you're going to be in a lower tax bracket. So unfortunately, the answer to your question is it very much depends on your unique situation, how you should approach using conversions. And I feel like I have to remind people of this because we talk a lot about sort of this like advanced strategy, Roth building, using after-tax 401ks or backdoor Roths. Don't forget, if you're under the income thresholds to contribute money to a Roth IRA, just do that. It's a lot easier just to put money into a Roth IRA. So don't let your stuff get super complicated if it doesn't have to be super complicated.
Yeah, you and Brian say all the time, let complexity find you. You don't have to
go
seek it out.